So I'll take over from here, Sachin, and I can show
Yep.
now from a franchisee's point of view how they could jump in and make a small modification to one of those orders. So let me share my screen here. Okay, so I've got that job loaded up and I'm going to go to the Orders tab. And you can see here, everything that Sachin's done, all of his hard work is sitting here in this iGyro Orders tab. These two have already been generated. So if we click on that link, we'll see there's a PDF purchase order that's based on all of Sachin's work there. There's cost center 300. All right, so if we get to this point and we want to make a small change, well, we can see what's in this order if we like as well, just by clicking this line items button. But because it was generated or originated from BuildIQ, that's where we need to make the change. So we'll go back to orders and we'll need to load up BuildIQ and find this one. So we'd like to make a change to this order number here. Got BuildIQ logged in and I'll go and find that job. So we'll go to the batch orders. And here's the job that Sachin was just working on. So the reason why we're coming in here is because we need to unlog this order. So when it's logged, it lets you know that it's been ordered and you shouldn't make any amendments to it. But if you're confident that you do need to make a change, you'd need to come in here to unlog that first. There's a button here to unlog that order. So whichever one you've got ticked, you can tick multiple if you've got more to do. You would shoot back to your bill of quantities now where you do all of your work, and we're looking for that cost center 300. So like Sachin showed us, we could search in here, look for cost center 300 and hit enter. You can of course just scroll down that list without typing anything in if you prefer. Right, so here's all the details that make up that cost center 300. So you can add any items from the catalog here just by double clicking them to bring them in. But if you've got a simple change here, like you need more, what have we got here? Slab lay, for some reason you've got an ultra massive slab here. We could change that figure.
Tim, I guess we are on the wrong job, like it was DE16.
Yes, Sachin, yes, thank you. So we need to jump onto this one. I've jumped straight into this bill of quantities and didn't even think to check what job I'm on. So that's a trap for young players there. So we'll shoot over to this job. Go back to the cost center 300. And this would be a more appropriate one to change. So I guess that highlights it is very easy to make a mistake. So make sure you think about what you're doing. So I've just changed that from 250 quantity to 2,500 with a very obvious price difference here. All right, so once that change is made, we can just shoot back over to the batch orders. We'll find that job that we're working on. And we'll need to relog that order there. Alrighty, so once that's done, we will shoot back to iGyro. And I'll just refresh this page. You can refresh it or click on the orders tab again. And we'll need to sync that in. So sync BuildIQ orders. Let's give that a second. You'll notice straight away that our values have changed. Our line items in here have changed as well. There's our 2,500 number. But also we've got another warning symbol here. So generally you'd have all of your cost centers sitting there. You've probably generated most of them and only a few would have this little orange exclamation mark. So you'll notice this one is a link. So it's got an old purchase order sitting there ready to open. So if we click on that link, that's still the old purchase order. But it's telling us that we should generate a new one. So if I click on that generate button now, okay, the exclamation's gone. You've generated that new purchase order, so the PDF should now match this line item. There's our extra quantity in there. And that's pretty much all there is to it. So to make the change, I guess the summary is to go into Build.IQ, make your change, log the order again, sync it back into iGyro and generate the PDF. There's only a few little steps there. And just for information's sake as well, we go back to attachments. When we're generating these purchase orders, the PDFs live inside here in this supervisor folder. So when we regenerate, so these are the new files here. We've generated a purchase order with a price and one with a no price on it. And it's overridden the existing one there. So that's the new items there, and the old ones get moved into this old folder. So that means you've still got a reference point. You can still go in and see what the purchase orders did look like prior to you making that change. And important to note, if you're sending out links to these purchase orders, all the old emails will still link through to these old attachments here. So you do need to resend a new email with new links. All right, so I'll open up to any questions that anyone might have. So you can just raise your hand if you'd like to ask a question. I can unmute you. Looks like we've covered it well, Sachin.
Hopefully.
Very good. No questions today. All right, so we'll have that recording available and we'll put that into a knowledge library article as well as put onto Workplace. So thanks for joining us, Sachin, and all of the attendees. It was great to have you. All right, see you soon.